everyone, today's video is a request by Kendall. She said, would love to see a video of your reference/idea notebook. Do you have a hard time focusing because you have too many ideas spinning around in your head? That's definitely something that has been a challenge for me. Sometimes I can feel so overwhelmed by all of the thoughts that it almost feels like my brain is shutting down. But what I have found to help is getting those ideas out of my head and down onto paper. So today I'm going to show you how I am going to be setting up my new idea/reference notebook. I'm transferring it over from this notebook. I'm changing things up a little bit, and I'm going to show you how it works. Let's talk about what specifically goes into this notebook. These are ideas that are not fully developed action items, so they can't be scheduled into my planner. These are undeveloped ideas that I may want to come back to in the future to expand on and to turn them into actual projects. And these are ideas that I may never even end up using, but I want to capture them before they disappear and I forget about them. So, as an example, I came up with a design for a 3-story hamster cage that I could build. Sometimes my ideas are really random. Now, I don't know if this is ever going to actually happen, so I don't want it taking up space in my home projects planner until it becomes a solidified project. Right now, it's just an idea, so I wanted to stay in the ideas notebook. So the first thing that I want to do differently this time is to put my idea/reference notebook on larger rings than what comes with the Happy Notes notebook, because I want to fill it with plenty of paper so I don't run out. So I'm just going to take the rings off of a planner that I used in 2019. And the reason why I'm using a disc-bound system instead of something like a composition notebook is because I want the freedom to expand on ideas. A disc-bound system allows you to move pages around in whatever order you want, and you can also add more pages in any location that you want. Meaning that if I'm taking notes on one book and then I start taking notes on a second book I'm reading, I can come back later, add more pages in, and can continue taking notes on that first book. The pages are in order and I don't run out of space in that case. The dividers that I'm using in here either came with a Happy Notes notebook. So for example, this one, and this one came with this Happy Notes, and the others came with other Happy Notes notebooks that I've purchased in the past. But if you want to see different ways that you could make your own dividers, let me know in the comments down below and I could put together a video. So now, as you can see, my ideas notebook is full of note paper, so I shouldn't have to worry about running out. This is what I'm calling like the main table of contents. This is going to show what categories are being kept in my ideas notebook. And I decided on these categories based on kind of just flipping through my old ideas notebook and looking at what I commonly will come up with ideas for. So I was able to break it down into 6 main categories. These are the 6 categories I've decided to go with, and I've left space because I plan to add more categories in the future. But this is just the starting point. So I have a section for cleaning, which includes things like notes on books on cleaning, like The Cure for Chaos book by Fly Lady, and also like online courses about cleaning or just general brainstorming. I have house project brainstorming, which are basically the ideas that I come up with for different like home renovation projects, general brainstorming. This is for things that don't really fit into the other categories, but maybe it's like just coming up with like ways to save money, etc. I have a self-improvement brainstorming. This is specific to things like time management or different ways to eliminate procrastination in my life, etc. I have notes on books that are self-improvement books. And then I have notes on editing or content improvement, which is like video editing or ways to make the videos better based upon research that I'm doing. This page isn't necessarily required because I do have tabs, but it acts as a quick reference for what categories I have instead of having to like flip through the tabs, since I do plan to add more tabs in the future. And I'll explain why these are color coded in just a moment, but first I want to add the labels to the tabs. When you are choosing your categories, it may help to just start by collecting ideas for a couple of weeks or so before deciding, and you'll probably start to see patterns develop of the types of things that you commonly come up with ideas for. But if you don't want to wait, it could help to do a brain dump of what your interests are. So maybe you are into gardening and you often come up with new ideas for your garden. Maybe you want to write down concepts for short stories or craft projects that you want to start. It's completely up to you and how you want to use it. Under each of the tabs, I am now going to be keeping a table of contents. Each of these table of contents are specific to that section. So for example, these are the ideas or the notes that I'm keeping in the cleaning section. These are the ones that I have for project brainstorming so far. And you'll see that these are color coded. So for example, if we look at the first page, this was in this like turquoisey color for cleaning. You see that here. We have the blue color for project brainstorming, and you see that here. And that's because what I'm now starting to do is adding this like page flag at the top of each page and putting a page number on it. So let's see, for example, I have 2 and 3, and then under project brainstorming I have it in the blue color. Then under general brainstorming I have it in the purple color. And I'm doing this because it's easy to just like use a stencil and draw the page flag and then color code it. But I want to be able to easily flip to the idea, because the problem that I was having before with this old ideas notebook is, yes, I had it divided into different sections, but I didn't have any sort of like page numbers or table of contents so that I could easily know where the idea is that I'm looking for. So this will hopefully save me a lot of time when I need to access that information. The other thing that I want to talk about or show you for these page numbers that I haven't done before is this idea of expanding within a subcategory. So for example, this Cleaning HQ course that I took notes on, I filled out the front and the back, and then I went onto another sheet. So instead of labeling this sheet number 4, because number 4 is already dedicated to the minimalist mom notes, I just wrote 3A and 3B, and then I wrote down in the table of contents A, B. so that if I want to add an additional sheet after this, say go to 3C, then I would just write comma C. I don't want to write 3A through 3B because that limits myself, and that means that I cannot add other pages into that subcategory. The beauty of the Happy Planner system is its flexibility, your ability to expand upon certain sections, take things out, add things in, and so I really wanted to use that to help me with organizing. On these table of contents sheets, I just printed out the titles onto clear sticker paper. Since this is a brand new idea/reference notebook, I've included some examples of pages to illustrate how the table of contents is going to be filled in. Once these table of contents sheets get filled up over the next few months, I'll add additional table of contents sheets behind the current ones that are there. So let's discuss how this works. The idea is that throughout the day, I'm writing down my ideas in my capture tool. So for example, I recently wrote down this list of the order of projects that I want to work on in my house. So at the end of the day, when I process my capture tool, I need to transfer this somewhere. These are not necessarily action items. This is just something that I am brainstorming. So I want to keep it in my idea notebook/reference notebook. This would fall under the category of house project brainstorming. So I would flip to my project brainstorming tab, and this does not have a section on here yet. So I'm going to add a section called Order of House Projects. I'm going to color code it, and this is going to go onto page 8. As you can see, this capture notebook, it's very messy. You can see I even spilled water in here. I don't care about messy writing. Once I'm done, I just cross it off. So this page can actually get thrown away because it's done. But I'm leaving this here so I can continue to write down my thoughts and ideas for future days. And I don't want to throw it away yet because it's not fully used. I'm not worried about it being messy because I know that I'm going to be transferring it out of the capture tool at the end of the day. This page is going to get placed where page number 8 goes. You may be wondering what I'm going to be doing with the old ideas notebook that I had been using. I'm actually planning to process this, meaning that I'm going to flip through each of the pages and make a decision about whether I want to keep it or not. For example, a lot of the ideas are no longer relevant to me, or I've already turned them into projects and I've added them to my planner. So those pages can get thrown away. And if something is long-term and I want to continue to keep it as a reference, like say notes on books that I've read, I'll transfer that into my new ideas notebook. Ideas that I want to turn into YouTube videos will be added under the video ideas tab in my social media planner. And ideas that will turn into actual house projects will be moved under the house projects tab in my home management notebook. And if I can't make up my mind still about whether or not I actually want to build on an idea and turn it into a real project, then I'll just transfer it into my new notebook and I'll make my mind up at a later time point. I'm planning to start processing this notebook once every 6 months because I don't want to forget about what is written down in here, but it's also not high priority stuff that I need to look at regularly. I want to emphasize that any sort of actionable item that's written down in the capture tool would be transferred into the monthly list. However, for things that are long-term reference or just ideas that need a place to go, they go into this idea/reference notebook. So you're kind of holding them here, incubating them until they become fully developed ideas that can then be transferred into either a planner or onto a monthly list and turned into an actual project or an actual actionable task. So I hope that this video gave you some ideas for setting up some sort of idea notebook or reference system for all of your ideas and thoughts. And I'll see you next Saturday. Bye!